Did you know our daily life involves a lot of geometry? We can see geometric shapes everywhere like circle, square, and triangle. And that's what we call application of geometry in real life. Geometry helps us to decide what material to use, what design to make, and also play an important role in construction. We can also do a lot of tasks by using geometry. Other examples of application of geometry in real life are such as astronomy, art, culinary, architecture, and sport. In this video, we will talk about application of geometry in architecture and sport. And that will be dome of rock and shot put.
Now we will proceed to its measurement. The building is dominated by its large wooden gilt dome, approximately 20 meters in diameter and 30 meters in height. An octagonal arcade surrounds this circle, comprising 8 piers and 16 columns, which help support the dome with measuring 18 meters in width and 8 meters in height. The side of the octagonal shape of the building is 24, while the center is 35 meters away from the front door, and the height of the building is 10 meters. Hi, my name is Mat123 Assignment. Before we start our calculation, we would like to share a bit about the history of the Dome of Rock. Dome of Rock, Arabic Qubat al-Sakrah, the Shrine of Jerusalem, built by the organization named Umayyad Caliph Abdul al-Malik ibn Marwan in the late 7th century CE. It is the oldest extant Islamic monument. The rock over which the shrine was built is sacred to both Muslim and Jews. Although it is not a mosque, it is the first major Muslim monument for public worship.
The story of shot put. The shot put has been an Olympic event since the first modern Olympic in 1896 in Rome. The game is played to see who is the strongest athlete. The sport requires technique like strength and change in throwing style. This technique can cause significant gains in the power of thrower and the distance achieved. Competitors push and throw a heavy metal ball called shot as far as possible using only one hand, and also would only stand to throw. The one who puts the shot the farthest from the front marker of the throwing circle is the winner. Next is about the weight of the ball. The weight of the ball can vary from 6 to 16 pounds. It means 2.76 to 7.26 kilograms, depending on level, age, and gender of the participants. The object of the sport is to throw it as far as possible. The rules of shot put. First, the athlete must only use one hand and it must not drop below the shoulder, or it can cause damage. Second, the athlete can be disqualified for leaving the circle before the shot hits the ground, or leaving the sector lines. Third, the athlete must not put a foot past the tall ball, or it is a disqualification. Last, the athlete must not take longer than 60 seconds to take a shot. It is compulsory to put a shot in the given time. The measurement of the shot put field. There is a circle that surrounding a part of the equilateral triangle with a diameter 2.135 meters. The length of the side of equilateral triangle is 5 meters each. The center of the circle is the beginning of the sector, where it is the area of where the shot put should be thrown at. The sector
dome shape is a combination shape of hemisphere and cylinder, include 90 of the base. We must use a formula surface area of hemisphere plus with formula surface area of cylinder include 90 of the base. While to find the area of octagonal arcade, we must find the area for both octagon area. The octagon area is divided by 2, which is top octagon and bottom octagon area. The top octagon we must subtract with base of cylinder. Lastly, we find the area of the wall, which is length multiplied with and multiplied with 8 side. This way, we can get the area of this building. After that, we find the volume of the building. Same like to find the area, we must calculate the volume of hemisphere and the cylinder. Use formula volume of hemisphere and volume of cylinder. Lastly, use the formula volume of prism, which is V equal B multiply H. When V is a volume, B is a area of the base, H is a height. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Anliwa and right now I'll be going to explain to you about the calculations of shot put field measurements. In this calculation, I'll explain the perimeter of the total shot put field measurements. Since the shot put field is only drawn aligned, lines, there's no area in it, so we only have to find the perimeter of this shot put field. The shot put field has a lot of parts separated. It has circle, tiny lines, the stop bars, and also the side lines. How to calculate the whole perimeter of the shot put field is we have to find the perimeter of each part one by one. The first part that we will be going to look for the perimeter is the circle. To find the perimeter for the whole circle is we are going to use S equal to R theta. The theta has to be in radian. If the questions given is in degree, we have to change the degree into radian by using this formula. After we exchange the degree into radian, we substitute it into the formula. After we substitute into the formula, now we can search for the perimeter of the whole circle, which is the length of the arc of the circle. The radius is given, which is 1.0675. We multiply it by 3.142, which is the radian that we set before, and we get 3.354 meters. Now for the tiny lines part. There are two tiny lines between the circle. Those lines are in rectangular shape. So how to find the perimeter is we just sum up all the total length of the sides from each rectangular. At the end of the calculations for these two lines, we get 3.04 meters. At the end of these two lines calculations, we calculated that the perimeter is 3.04 meters. Next, we would like to find the perimeter of the stopboard part. How to calculate the perimeter of the stopboard is we just add up all together the side length. But the stopboard had their
bench length, which is the arc of the circle. So we need to find the arc of the circle with estimated degree to get the length of arc. The calculation of the arc got 0.559 meters. After we get the length of the arc of the circle, then we can sum up all total the length of sides from the stopboard, and the result is 4.8028 meters. For the last part is the sides part. The side length is divided into 3 sectors. So if we want to calculate the perimeter, we have to find the length of arc from each sector. We will be continuing to calculate each of the arc by using the formula of S equal to R theta, where R is the radius, theta is in radian. The calculation for the first length is we got 6.094 meters, while the second is 7.9222 meters. And the last but not least, we got 10.6645 meters. We are given the side length of the shot put field, which is 35 meters. So to calculate the perimeter of the side length is 35 plus 35 plus the total of 3 arc length. So the total of the perimeter for the side length is 94.6807 meters. So now we have calculated for all parts of the shot put field. So to calculate all the parameters for the whole shot put field, we just need to sum it up. So to calculate the whole parameter of the whole shot put field, we just need to add it up. And we will be getting the answer as 105.8775 meters. That's it. Thank you.